Bam! What is up with the squad? The session favorite RT with Uncle Tendencies in the building with Coach Ro. It's now joining the conversation. Some of y'all jokers didn't think I was gonna make it back. Here I am. I told y'all less than 6 hours I will be here with him. Here he is. Y'all was looking for him. Here he go. Now joining the conversation, Coach Ro. What's up, man?
What's up? Yeah, a little bit of a hiatus, had to consult with my constituents, brothers. Coach Ro back up in here.
You didn't do it right, bro. It's not. You tried to sing it, right? This, sing it. It's not. It comes from a different part of the soul. Brothers. It comes from a different part of the soul, bro. Yeah, he's been on a hiatus. 1, 2, 3 Cancun, just like his teams. So let's talk about it. He was consulting with his constituents. He got a whole offseason to consult with his constituents. So here we are. Yeah, listen. I told you he wasn't here, so I'm gonna make this announcement again. Okay, March 1st, I went demon time about the Gamecocks. Now we're less than a month away from the first exhibition game. I'm gonna get ruder about these Gamecocks, but we ain't gonna talk Gamecocks right now. S.Cole in the building. Morning, what's up, fam? Vito, what's up? Miracle Rider for you, what's up? Seems like I just seen some of y'all. What's good? So we got Coach Ro in here, and I thought today, Coach, we would talk your two WNBA teams. Okay, and y'all let me know. So I'm at who runs 2026? Y'all drop y'all takes. Did the Liberty make the right moves? Not renewing Sandy's contract? Are the Storm headed for a reset? And which of these coaches is gonna survive the offseason? So I want to hear that from y'all. I'm gonna put Coach on the hot seat because I mean, what else can we be doing up at 6 o'clock in the morning than giving Coach a hard time? So let's get into it. So, and let's start with the Storm because you came in with your new rookie and looked like y'all was building the dynasty. And then let's see, I feel like Sandy was gonna get fired last year, but we wanted to chip. God damn. Okay, let us know what the real temperature is in NY. Okay, so Sandy was already on her way out. Okay, that's interesting. But okay, 2025 significant turning point for your franchise, I guess, right? You established a new core, returning to the playoffs. Noel Quinn, 23-21. Y'all try to have be a stronger defensive force. I don't know. Y'all try to have some veteran leadership. Your key, your players with that led your statistics. NECA, Skylar, Gabby, Malonga, Ezzy. It's kind of like that. This core that you were building. Then you got some players that are out. At the beginning of the season, it was like y'all was coming in like y'all was gonna be like the Harlem Globetrotters. Y'all was just throwing the ball up, y'all dunking on everybody. And then reality set in. Going into this offseason, listen, you guys are effective on defense, but pretty inconsistent on offense, seem like. And you need to not who is your 3-point shooter? You know what I'm saying? I didn't see that your 3-point shooter to space the floor. So Gabby sometimes, Erica, he will sometimes. Y'all got a real critical test going into this free agency. Everybody has a lot of free agents, but you guys like NECA, Skylar, Gabby, Sykes, Ezzy, and then CBA negotiations gonna factor into that. And I think the most important re-signing decision you guys are gonna have to make will be kind of like a philosophical choice between NECA and Ezzy, right? McKay, it will be 36 and 26 because she's gonna be 36 and 26. That keeps a veteran leader, I guess. Now, I'm gonna use that word loosely because I'm not sure about the backstory of the locker room there. I have my own concerns about the locker room with the head of the WNBA, being in the locker room. But so I have my concerns there as far as like leadership. I'm just gonna be honest about that. So But re-signing Ezzy, who y'all act like y'all was worse than a kid on Christmas with a new toy. It was like you had the G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip and Malonga got here, man. Y'all threw that thing to the left and was like, what is
Mm-hmm.
this? They was like, oh, homie, you're gonna have to dust Ezzy back off here soon. So I guess what I want to know from you the most is you got to make the choice between those two players. It's not just about the on-court talent, because it's going to be a strategic statement about whether you're going to compete for a championship right now or if you're in a real rebuild, right? So, trying for sustainable success. So how are you going to prioritize re-signing the team's key unrestricted free agents? So that's Nneka, Skylar, Gabby, Ezzy with the new CBA looming. Like, how are you guys prioritize?
Okay. So overall, the macro level response I'm going to say is there's definitely a rebuild. I want to back up to a couple things that you said. I think that leadership.
Sure, let's go.
I think leadership looked at this team, and you know what this team is tired of doing? This team is tired of adjusting. They're tired of. So to me, the adjusting is kind of like the interpretation of what you and several other of our colleagues mentioned as far as them looking clunky. That's what you saw. There was always adjustments on the fly. Well, how are you going to put these pieces together? One of the only teams in the WNBA where you had to look and say, wait a minute, that looks a little strange. How is that going to work out? How is this going to work out? And sometimes they look great. Sometimes they look awful. So I think that's what it kind of looked like as far as like, aside from the underwhelming playoffs, the coaching changes, the mediocre records. Yes, I'm going to say mediocre because it was always, maybe 2 games over 500, if not, from this year or something like that. And then you mentioned you hit on something else, that instability, and I'm going to say the off-court issues is what really led to this debacle. If you recall, this season started off bad as far as like the ownership hiring the law firm to investigate what's going on with players' mistreatment, all of this stuff going on. Then they come back, no violations were found. But yet you had somebody who was considered to be one of the better players on that team, Jewel Lloyd, saying, hey, I'm out of here. Give me a parachute. I'm getting out of here. Now, we can look at some of the key injuries, okay? Let's run through those. We had what's that? Katie Lou. You had Horston. Who else? Mule. Players that was just, that's out. And that added to that uncertainty of what's going on, I think, in the locker room. Now, you mentioned with the priority, this is going to be tough. It is an aging core. You got some looming contracts. And the obvious thing, you had the roster mismatches. So like you said, you got Skylar Diggins, Nneka, Gabby. They still can deliver on a high level, in my opinion. But getting to your point, what's the priority? I think the priority is developing Dominique. And I said this at the mid-season. I said, look, it looked like they were trying to incorporate Dominique into the flow of what they were doing, which I think was the initial intention. And reality set in, like you mentioned, towards the end of the season where they took the free fall. But if you notice, as they were free falling, Dominique started to excel even more because they were going, it was more so like featuring what she could do. Like you said, that new toy. Wow, this is a new toy. I said from day one, feature her right away. Feature her right away, because she's I'm not going to say generational player because we got to see what she's going to do next season. But the skill set, the high draft pick, I'm like, okay, let's see what she can do. So to answer your question, I think, like you said, I think Nneka. I do not think that Ezzy will be back. And I think that's why Ezzy was kind of playing the way she was playing. She saw the writing on the wall. It was like, okay, it looks like they've given up on me as a big. And that's what it looked like to me, the way they were using her and the way she played. You know what I'm saying? Like, Skylar is probably, my Skylar. I like Skylar. I really don't know what's going to happen there. I have and I think I said this when they brought her over. I think Brittany Sykes was kind of like, you're going to be our new guard, but this changed a lot of things because now you got to find a coach. And what is that coach going to want? you know, as far as like what their core is going to look like. So that was a long response to your first question, which was, I would say they would look at Nneka and Gabby as being the priorities, and anybody else that's, you know, saying, doing anything.
That's gonna have y'all flatline. You hear that? That's gonna have y'all flatline if that's what y'all go with.
I'm just saying. I mean, like you said, it's like, here's the thing.
Listen,
You either incorporate and you have a much older team
here's
with
the
that
thing.
being your core and take
Yeah,
a chance.
but here's the thing. This old ass core ain't gonna take you nowhere. You
Right.
had this core. You had this core. So what are you reinvesting in this core for?
No. I didn't say that. I said if Nneka will come back, and I think
For
Gabby
what?
will come back.
Where's Nneka taking you?
I think Nneka's leadership is going to help.
Man, you need to get Nneka up out of there. You need to get Nneka up out of there, and maybe you can bring Skylar back. At least Skylar got some fire. You got Gabby. You got Horson coming back healthy. You got y'all can let Ezzy go if you want to. Okay, you can let Ezzy go if you want to. Dominique Malonga, I don't know who she's going to be in this league. I don't know who she's going to be. Right? What I do know is that when it got time, when it got time, that first game, and I gave Dom props for the growth that she showed from game one to the end of the series. But do you think there's enough growth over the summer that has her where like she's like top two or really ready to deal with like the Asians of the league?
Not to deal with Asians of the league. I think very, very serviceable. Here's the thing. I think her and Ezzy next to each other, and I said this before, was the best lineup to me, because Ezzy was doing everything that Dom could not do, and Dom was longer. But I really think that Ezzy and her team are going to talk this offseason. I don't think Ezzy's happy. She didn't look happy.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. If you're saying she's not happy. Okay, so then tell me this. Are y'all going to prioritize a physical center or a knockdown three-point shooter in the offseason to get your roster together? Because the thing about Dom is, you know, if I put you on the post, are you just catching a ride to the hoop?
Yeah. So here's the thing. I think the investment is going to be in Dom, developing her to be their big. I really think they're looking at her to be their future. As far as their knockdown shooter, the closest thing to a knockdown shooter for them was the liability on defense was Erica Wheeler. And I don't think they're going to prioritize three-point shooting. They never have.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that's the right decision, but they never have. Like,
okay. As I say, how do you feel about Ezzy in New York?
I think Ezzy would be thrilled to be on a team like New York, because you know why? Ezzy would go there and fit right in. Ezzy would go there, and again, next to JJ, she's doing everything like
hell no. JJ's not gonna be there. JJ's not gonna be there. Okay, so you want to skip it? You want to skip and go right to New York? We can go there.
I want to finish talking about
because JJ's not gonna be there. What you keeping JJ there for? For what? For what?
I don't know. We're gonna talk.
Did you watch the presser? Did you watch the presser? I want to know if Stewie even gonna be there. Because when they asked Stewie about whether or not she thought Sandy should still coach them,
she looked shocked.
Coaching. I went and watched the whole presser. So not only did she look shocked, but Stewie's answer was she stood 10 toes down on we have Sandy's back. So it wasn't. She went from I'll be back to New York to we have Sandy's back. And so if you have Sandy's back, does that mean that you and Sandy are on your way to Seattle? Okay, let me know. Let me know. Because my hot take is that it's Teresa Weatherspoon and Angel headed to New York.
Ooh.
And Noelle Quinn and Letitia and me here to Toronto.
Wait a minute. You said Weatherspoon and who headed to New York?
Angel. You heard what I said. And then I said I'm giving Christy Tolliver the job in Portland. So all they're gonna do is play musical chairs with these coaches. I believe. Because who are you? Who's coming in to coach Stewie and them? If Stewie stays in New York, who's coming in? You just had a coach in there that took you to after 28 years. I don't know who. I don't know what made New York think that they got so fancy. They act like they've been winning. They trophy ain't even had enough time to be in. Is the trophy even made it back to Barclays? Because it's been on a world tour. It ain't even got no dust on it yet. So New York, you so fancy now that you went and lost in 2 finals that now You got kicked out. You got kicked out in the first round. It's like, oh, Sandy, we don't need you no more. You like Rebecca Brunson? Okay.
I don't think Stewie's leaving. I think Stewie's staying in New York.
Who's the coach that's coming in? Who's the coach that's coming in to coach Stewie now?
I don't know. I've been thinking about that. I don't know.
Because Sabrina ain't staying. We can talk about that too. I saw. Watch the presser. Watch the presser. Watch the presser. Watch the presser. When they said Stewie said I'm staying, and they looked at Sabrina. Sabrina looked like she has like a cat that has swallowed a canary. Man, stop it. She looked like, why y'all ask me that question? And then when she went to answer, it was teams look different next year, but we don't believe you. We think you are on your way to Oregon. We think you is on your way to Portland to have your own team, Oregon. We think you is on your way to be a Portland Fire over there where Nike is at, Portland. So no, you didn't look locked in like, yeah, I'm coming back to defend in New York. I mean, yeah, we will. You try to get to a politically correct answer, but your face didn't match your answer. Go look at the presser and tell me what you saw.
So I got to watch the whole thing. I just saw.
Listen, here's the thing. Sandy knew she was out at the presser.
Yeah.
And the reason Sandy knew she was out was because it wasn't that Sandy got fired. They didn't renew her contract, which means there had been no contract negotiations going on.
Right.
But like I told y'all, I don't believe that not renewing these coaches' contracts is necessarily about the coaches doing a bad job. This is about everybody has no contract going into the CBA. I don't know what the CBA is going to look like next year. I don't know if we're going to have a season next year, but I damn sure ain't finna be trying to pay no coaches who ain't coaching nothing while I'm trying to figure out the CBA. So I'll negotiate with the coach, and I'm not going to act like these teams don't know what coaches they plan on bringing in. It'll be like I said, just like basketball, NBA free agency. At 12:01, when everything is all settled, all these signings will take place. And y'all will go, how did that happen? Because they've been negotiating.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. But I'm not trying to pay you or unemployment or no benefits or nothing while I'm not paying players. I don't know what the salary cap is going to look like next year. I don't know when we're going to start working next year. I don't even know if we're going to work next year. So if I'm a team, my number one priority isn't making sure that I have a coach on my roster. My number one priority is making sure that I have a front office in place, general manager, president of basketball operations that has everything set up so that when it's time for the dominoes to fall, they all fall just like I need them to. But that's just my opinion. Go.
No, that makes sense. But I do think that like a team like the Liberty, with the talent that they have, it's an attractive site for a coach to come to. What
is the talent that they have? Let's talk about it.
The talent that's already there. I mean, okay, they had their injuries, but if you have at full strength, minus injuries, New York is one of the best teams in the WNBA.
Yeah, but New York didn't lose because of the injuries. New York lost because y'all allowed JJ to play like she was 5'3".
Right.
So whether you was healthy or not, as long as you can't make JJ be big, you can't defend your championship, because the way you won your championship was JJ being big.
Yeah, she definitely played horrible in that last game, and we got pushed around pretty much by Alyssa Thomas. It was pretty bad. But getting to my original point, another coach may be able to bring her out of that. I don't know if that coach, maybe that was a dynamic too. Maybe Mondello. Because here's the thing: how many times have we talked about the underwhelming performance of JJ? And I've always said at the beginning of the season, the Liberty's gonna go as far as JJ goes. When JJ's playing like she wants to play, they win. They won a championship last year when she played like that. But this year, what did she do? Right when it was time to step up and play big, she didn't play big, and they lost. So on paper, another coach may be able to take this team.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. If she was new in the league, sure, I would take that. JJ been in this league since 2016. Okay, she dang near been here 10 years. So what I'm saying is, the other 9 years of playing basketball, that's who JJ is. That 1 year where she won the championship, That was a one-off. And that was my whole point about JJ. When Asia goes Asia, will you match that energy? She matched that energy for a year. See, people don't understand what it takes to be able to play against Asia and be able to match that and meet that standard every year. That's a hard standard to meet. Most players in the league don't want to meet that standard. JJ don't want to take her ass down there and bang. Y'all know how many times Asia gets hit and doesn't get a foul call? JJ would rather, gee, Bird, I told you, turn in the snuffleupagus. I told y'all that. Gee, Bird, I don't know. I shot the three. Why are you shooting a three? 6. Why are you shooting a three? Well, you're the biggest person out here. Get down on the block.
And this one, when she felt that,
so it's not. Maybe another coach. They can tell she was in Connecticut. She was at New York. She done seen all kind of coaches. This is 10 years in the league. That's who JJ is. It's not changing. She's not some new rookie trying to figure it out. JJ has established who she is, and now she's a champion and a finals MVP. What is the motivation to be different? See, some people just want the ring, and then some people are here to be champions. Stewie and Asia get up to be champions every year. Some people just, hey, man, I want a chip, man. I'm cool, man. Hey, man, I'm going to rock this thing out.
Comfortable with it?
What? You can't take my name out the history books. I'm a champion. It ain't that many of them here. But see, that's the difference between being a superstar and a carrier in this league.
Well, and a leader though.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna
everybody don't have to be a leader.
You're gonna do things on the stat sheet that helps your team win, regardless of what that is. But people know who the leader of the team is. A la what Stewie did last year. Stewie was playing down low more than I had seen her play all season. She said, look, people not picking up the slack down here. We got to go down here and bang. We got to get rebounds. This is the only way we're going to beat this team in the finals. And that's exactly what happened. She did whatever she needed to do, stat stuffing, to win that series. So I get it. But I still say this is an attractive landing spot for a coach with the talent that they have right now. I still say that.
Tell me about you got to tell me about the talent. I just told you, Jonquel. I don't think Jonquel is there. I don't think Sabrina is there. You can tell me about Misa, but what the hell did she do in the playoffs? Like we told y'all. What did Phoebus end up doing? Like, tell me about the talent. Like, what is the core that's coming back? You're like, oh, you need to come here because this group of players right here is ready to deal with the Las Vegases and the Atlantas and the teams that we saw out there. The Phoenixes. What is it that you saw? Where the coach is like, man, let me get here because I can take what's here. I can work with what's here.
I mean,
Phoebus, tell me.
But to me, the team as it's currently built, I mean, with a couple of tweaks, I don't see anybody leaving. I mean, that Sabrina angle, that's interesting. But I don't think she's going anywhere. I don't think Sabrina's going anywhere. I think she's staying there with Stewie. You still got Cloud9. You still got JJ. You still got Phoebus. You got the
I don't believe that all those players are back in New York next year.
Okay, and that's where we differ in because I'm speaking on everybody coming back. Now, I know that's far-fetched for everybody, but that's what I'm going based off.
Here's the thing. Okay, everybody comes back. Who makes Jonquel be big?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. I don't
know.
So
if I'm a player that really wants to get a chip, and I know that Jonquel is not going to be big, what am I coming back for? I'm a free agent. I can go anywhere. Shit, the LA Sparks, they building an indoor-outdoor facility with the wellness center in it and all kind of stuff going on. Going to be open by 27.
So I think the next coach for the Liberty is going to have to be adaptable. They're going to have to be flexible in their schemes as far as like, what are we doing out here? You shouldn't be able to telegraph everything that you're doing. You just mentioned maximizing the stars. That is one of the things that a coach is going to have to do. They're going to have to maximize the stars that are there.
I mean, let's be honest. Stewie hasn't been healthy for 2 seasons.
Right.
So she hasn't finished the season healthy for 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. So how much do you invest in that? Just like everybody getting older. Stewie been in the league how long now?
Ooh.
How much longer is Stewie in the league?
So
Stewie chipped up. Stewie owned the league. So so we're saying, hey, because the core for me, the superstar in New York is Stewie. So you're saying that
Right.
you're up, you doubling down on Stewie again and building around Stewie.
I think you go one more time. You got to try one more time. They just won a championship last year. You got to try one more time. You have to.
Okay.
At least once.
I've seen teams win a chip and run it back. They won a chip and ran it back. It wasn't successful.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it wasn't successful because of the injuries. I just don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just not sure what we're reinvesting in. And I'm not saying that the question is New York a destination? That's not it.
No. Yeah. So some of the other traits I think that New York should look for in the coach, in-game adjustments. That's another area where that was really kind of like hurting. I think you mentioned player development. You didn't say those exact words, but it's like, and you got to be able to manage the depth. You know, it shouldn't be we're trying to figure out depth. You know, when it's winning time.
Listen, I want New York to manage this team as efficiently as it manages its mascot. And I mean that. 28 years in the league, and they've mastered the mascot. They have the coolest mascot in the league, right? Coolest mascot in the league. Put that same energy into getting the coach, man, and building out the roster.
So
that's what I'm saying.
And what I'm saying is, in short, I think the Liberty needs somebody that can elevate the roster and not just manage it. Who can elevate?
Who's that coach?
I don't know. Because it's like you got star power, you got versatility, you got some depth pieces with some upside. You got resources. I mean, New York spend money. They don't look like they're not a cheap organization from what I've seen.
Wow, man. So y'all must be about to get Becky Hammond and A'ja Wilson. Becky must be coming home to coach.
No.
Her former team. Y'all must get Becky and A'ja in.
So here's what I looked at, okay? Some potential candidates, all right? Let me walk you through these. One that I thought about was I hope I pronounce her last name right, but her first name is Sonia. She's already on the Liberty staff. But she's internal. That's a bit of a risk sometimes because the experience is limited. Raymond, Raman. That's a possibility. You know, Dawn Staley always comes up, but she won't do it. She got too much going on.
So okay, so you're willing to put this core and this re-up around Stewie in the hands of a potential first-year head coach?
Okay. If there's just potential candidates, maybe.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I don't have a whole lot of information. Are you familiar with Brian January?
Brian January. Brian January?
Yeah, January. Yeah. Brian January. Yeah.
Brian January? Yeah. Yeah. Plays in
so maybe might have a good connection with the players. Respect it. Who's another one? Nikki Collin. And that's all I got. That's all I got.
How many of them have head coaching experience already?
Just Nikki Collin.
Okay. So again, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
This is you said we're gonna run it back. We just want a chip. You're gonna put that in the hands of a first year head coach.
I mean, maybe that's what
in New York with that media.
I mean, maybe that's what they need. They need some changing up. They need some youth. They need some fresh ideas. You know, maybe that's what it is. Maybe we're tired of the same old, X's and O's. Be innovative.
New York Liberty fans kill me. You're tired of what? You had 25 years of nothing. Nothing. You went to the finals and lost. You went to the finals and won. You had some injuries and got put out in the first round, and now y'all tired. All of a sudden now y'all sick of Brondello? Y'all lost for 25 years. Y'all win one time, lose the next year. Y'all sick of losing all of a sudden? Man, I don't understand. How?
Well, I mean, when you get used to when you have
y'all
pieces
have to help
like
me.
that,
Y'all have to help me understand what it is that Sandy Brondello didn't do.
I think it was just more so like with the versatility of the lineups and the making adjustments. It was a lot of times where you looked at the games and it's like, I don't understand. Now, aside from injury, though. Now, here's the thing. I was shocked by Brondello leaving. I don't know why some people are coming out saying they saw it coming. I'm not talking about nobody in the chat, fam, but even in mass media, I didn't see it coming. Let's be clear there. I wasn't one of those get Brondello out of here. But looking at it and doing my research, looking at what's going on, some of the potential reasons, what some of the players may have said or whatever. It may have come down to like the adjustments and stuff like that in game. Because there were times where it's like, well, what are we doing here? Why are you going to that lineup? Or why is this person matched up with that person? Why are you running this play?
Because JJ's playing like she's 5'3". That's why. My big is at the 3-point line. That's why.
But there were even.
It's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see who the coach is. And again, like I said earlier, yesterday, not renewing a contract doesn't necessarily mean that you don't renegotiate a contract.
Yeah.
Or negotiate a new contract.
That's a good point.
But Nia Laney hurt the Liberty more than anything with the lineup matchup problems. Yeah, I can say that.
Mm.
Laney Hamilton helps, but they bet. So New York's problem in this whole thing is that they bet on the wrong player. And New York looks different if Kayla Thornton is there.
Mm-hmm.
But Kayla Thornton was the one that got away.
And when you looked at it, when I looked at it, the teams that were projected to compete for a championship, New York was one of the teams that had the least wiggle room in their lineups. It's like if this person didn't perform, or if this person went down, or if this there was like no wiggle room. Most teams, well, with the exception of Vegas, but the age is in a different stratosphere as far as like, if she doesn't perform. But it's like with New York, everybody it was more of like the preciseness of you have to contribute this, you have to contribute this, you have to contribute that. That's why JJ's debacle in that game 3 stood out so much. One, because we've seen it before, and because she just didn't perform. But it's like there was no slack there. There was no room for that in the lineup. People brought up Meeseman. Meeseman didn't do nothing and looked pretty awkward and out of place out there when they tried to put her in as a big. She doesn't play like a big. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You about to say something?
Go ahead. Finish.
But I'm just saying, like, that was one of the things that made it even look even more awkward. It's like, oh, Meeseman is going to save the New York Liberty. And it's like, what? Like, what are we talking about here? And then it was Gardner that started getting clocked towards the end of the season. It's like, well, where'd that come from? And I'm not dissing her, but it's just like, it was just, she got some clock because of the injuries. Then when people came back, it was almost like, okay, I'm gonna play you, or I'm not gonna. I don't know. It was kind of all over the place a little bit as far as the adjustments. But bottom line, like you said, JJ was definitely the reason why they lost. Definitely.
No. The inability of the coaching staff to have JJ play big was the problem.
Yeah.
How many times am I gonna let you run? See, if my job is on the line, you're not finna just keep running out there shooting threes.
Right.
And I need you on the block.
Right.
We're gonna have a meeting. We're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna get to an understanding about where it is that you need to be.
Right.
So Talbot was a waste of money. Niara, who saved the Liberty last year, got 0 play, but was she healthy though? Right? Did she ever get healthy?
And in that series versus Phoenix, you had to play big. That was the only way to beat them. That was the only way. You had to play big. That was the only way. Like, what did you talk about?
Hey, but so let me ask you this: if they had to do it all over again, would they have kept Sabali or would they have kept Thornton? Because New York bet on Sabally based on the way Sabally saved the team last season. But Sabally was hurt all this season. So if Sabaly's if for some reason Sabally ends up in Golden State, and that's Kayla Thornton still in New York, where's your team? With Kayla Thornton's season going exactly the same way it did, her getting injured at the point that she got injured, where's your team?
Maybe in a worse situation.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think New York's in a worse situation with Kayla Thornton still on the team?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we're not the same. Ain't no way in hell. I think the way that woman went and was damn near gonna be in the most improved conversation. I don't think so. All right. How do you not play her, y'all? How do you not play her? Sandy played everybody. Sandy played everybody. Neesmith played. Phoebus played. Izzy, all of them played.
She said, "Yeah, never mind, Benji, baby." Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it was tough. That was a tough watch.
So y'all think that Niara Sabally is a better player than Kayla Thornton?
No.
But you rather have Sabally than Thornton?
Yes.
Why?
One, because of the size, and I think Sabally was underutilized. Now, if she was hurt, I get it, but I like the size of Sabally.
If she was hurt, remember, she took the trip back overseas to have the procedure done.
No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, but why do you explain why she wasn't touching the court though? Like, why wasn't she playing?
No, Kayla wouldn't have gotten a shot. It does. I'm not talking about Kayla being on the ballot for most improved player or sixth woman of the year, any of that. What I'm talking about is that grit, that play style. I think she's still that player. I think she was that for y'all last year. I think y'all missed that this year. But y'all don't like Kayla Thornton, y'all go right ahead. Y'all can't. I can't wait. I hope. Listen, what I was thinking for New York was something way different. I hope y'all ass show up the way y'all talking about. Please run it back. I can't wait to see y'all. Please run that back. Y'all real confident about that? Please put a coach in there and run that back. I can't. Please, man, sign us up. How many times could Vegas play that team? We want to play y'all many times as Indiana play Chicago. Please sign us up. Who is that y'all is again? Tell me again who you was keeping.
We didn't talk about it. Let's see. We didn't say New York who we was keeping.
No, you said you didn't need Kayla Thornton. It was Sabally and Stewie and JJ. Who else?
Oh, no, you talking about
who else?
No, earlier I said I'm operating as if the team stays the same.
You run you said y'all run it back. Yeah. Oh yeah, please show up like that next year.
I said running back.
Absolutely, please show up like that this year. Please. Because if you show back up this year like you were this year, next year you show up like this, it ends the exact same way. But I can't wait. Please show up. Bring JJ back in the fold. Oh gosh, please. Best thing about y'all will be the mascot again. Me too, S. Me too, S. Sabally and Phoebus.
Okay, we gonna see. We shall
see. You can't even name a coach to come in there and deal with them. We'll see. You got to name a coach that can come in there and make that championship locker room believe in them. And you were talking to me about coaches that ain't never been a head coach in the WNBA coming in there and leading Stewie somewhere. Stewie's a 3-time champion in this league.
So who would you think?
Oh, I have no idea. I wouldn't have let Brondello go. So, but I told you who I would bring in there. It would be Teresa Weatherspoon.
Teresa Weatherspoon, yeah. I like that pick.
I told you, but I also am not a person that's like, oh man, run it back with the New York Liberty. Hell no.
Teaspoon would be a game changer in New York. That would be nice.
In the WNBA messed up and let Swin Cash get a job back with the NBA. I don't know why they're so scared of hiring her. I don't know who they're gonna get.
Ooh, Swin Cash. Big fan of hers.
Send them away. Grab Rebecca from Reeves and let her bring the stud bud with her. Stud buds is a package deal. They said.
That's it. Yeah. Spoon is a player's coach. Yeah.
Not only draft pick is a third rounder, pick 41. New York only draft pick is a third rounder, pick 41. My bad. Gotta figure it out. Erica Higgins, what's up, fam?
Good morning, Erica.
I said teaspoon and Angel to New York. But Angel to New York doesn't work with New York as currently constructed. That don't work. And that won't work. Somebody had to go. But again, I don't have JJ back there, nor do I have Sabrina back there.
So you will have JJ go and my Angel come.
I think JJ is going regardless, not just because Angel's going there. I don't think that JJ is in New York next year.
She goes to an expansion team.
I don't know where she goes. I just don't have her in New York. I mean, you could look around and see who did she play for before. I mean, she was in Connecticut.
You know what?
Who was there?
You know what?
Who was that in Connecticut? Who was that in Connecticut?
I could see
Stephanie White. Was that Stephanie White? Maybe she go to play with her, play for her. I don't know.
I could see JJ going to the Dream if they don't bring.
I sure hope not. I sure hope not.
To not bring Griner back, I think they will bring her there.
I sure hope not. Here's the thing. JJ not playing to her full potential and playing to her size doesn't mean that it's not impressive to me. So if JJ's not being big in New York, I don't need her down there fucking it up for my Gamecocks in Atlanta. Not being big, get out the way. I got Tina Pawpaw and Alicia Gray down there, and I'm trying to get rid of Ryan Howard so that we can get to a chip. I don't need you down here.
Ooh, we gotta talk about Ryan Howard one of these days. Yeesh.
Yeah, not for what?
Yeah. That was painful to watch too. Painful.
What was painful to watch?
Just those bad passes and that last seconds, that was awful. That was bad.
What?
I felt bad.
Once I heard it from a coach's perspective, it made perfect sense to me. You didn't make the right pass because you were afraid that you weren't going to get the ball back and you wanted to be the hero. That tells me everything that I needed to know. You didn't make the pass. You didn't make the pass. Rob the Man Media said it and somebody else said it. You didn't make the pass to, I forget who that was, because you didn't think the ball was coming right back to you to finish the game. And so you wanted to be the star, and now we're 1, 2, 3 Cancun. So
but let's go back a few plays. That flat-footed three you pulled, because when that first one went in, I said
we don't have to go back. We don't have to go back there. Well, what did Rob just tell us? Nafisa turned into Ryan Howard right before our eyes the other night. he ain't gotta go back. Turn right in what? Look, 3 minutes left. She turned right into Ryan Howard, right on time. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I thought he was joking. I said, man, stop. Yeah, look, she start there. She go.
I know you want to get to these coaches things when we get out of here, but wait a minute. We got to talk about Alyssa Thomas.
Brick by brick, literally.
Alyssa Thomas, during that game, she was in her players' faces. She was in the refs' faces. When she was firing her team up. That's what you want to see in a player.
Alyssa Thomas is a leader.
Look, right, and like I said, see, I'm transparent with mine. I stand on mine. I'm impressed. You know, I wasn't giving a whole lot of props to Alyssa Thomas like that. I'm not gonna say I disliked her, but I clearly wasn't aware.
The WNBA will miss professionals like Alyssa Thomas when she's done.
But I definitely
Alyssa Thomas. It's a lot of ball players in the league. Alyssa Thomas is a professional basketball player.
I had no idea she was that talented. Yes.
That lady asked her, what about guarding the Nafisa? She said she got to guard me too. And walked off. Who are you talking to? And that's the disrespect of Alyssa Thomas.
Yeah.
And that's the propping up of Nafisa Collier. Do you know who you talking to?
Yeah.
There are seven triple doubles in the WNBA playoffs. I own 5 of them. She got to guard me too. What are you talking about?
I love that interview. She leaned in. She said, Well, I mean, she got to guard me too.
Whatever it was Alyssa did, they don't even call for Alyssa.
I just saw during the game. I saw her huddle her team up. I think she got an and one.
She told her happy birthday in her face.
Yeah, they was down by like 14 or something. She got an and one and was yelling at her team like, "Let's go! Like y'all gotta come on!"
You gotta tell me. I was in the match telling people the game ain't over. They was like, "It's a wrap." Nah, it ain't. You gotta play 40 minutes.
You see that dime she gave? Who was that? She gave the dime and they did the reverse layup. I was like, "Oh my goodness, how she see
I don't even care. I don't even care about the dimes. What people need to talk about is the defensive plays that AT made at the end of two games. To break up plays.
My goodness.
But y'all will miss Alyssa Thomas when she's gone. Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday when she got in her face is nasty work. So that's nasty work. Straight up. But it's crazy because Minnesota didn't even have to lose the game. But they didn't turn Courtney loose.
Yep. And that's the thing too. McBride don't want to be physical out there either. She don't want to be physical.
But McBride will shoot your lights out.
You can talk
about McBride if you want to. McBride was sitting on the bench looking like I don't know what the hell Nafisa keeps shooting the ball for. Yep. But I could be a star on my own team. Look like what she was thinking about to me because you're taking shots that I should be taking. I make 8 threes in a half, not you.
Quickest release in the league, they said.
I'm K-Mac. K-Mac is y'all disrespect K-Mac too. K-Mac between K-Mac and Courtney, those are the MVPs of that team. Now y'all talk about the defense if you want to, all that other stuff if you want to. If them two don't go, that team goes nowhere.
Yeah. Courtney was a problem in game one. She showed everybody like, look, give me the ball and just get out the way. Nobody can stay in front of me on this team. I'm going to the rim every time. Yeah.
So you think the New York Liberty's championship window is still open?
I do.
That window is still open?
I do. Like you said, when you got a leader like Stewie, if they keep those pieces together, INSQ, I still think they have a chance.
I mean, that's one way to look at it. Sure. Yeah, I don't think it's shut. But yeah, I think
so
was really at the height of the championship window being open.
So look,
that first year where y'all got knocked out, where we knocked y'all out.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, depending on the coach for you. Yeah, I don't know that I'm not looking at them like, oh yeah, man, New York can get right back there. I'm not looking at them like that because Stewie, like I said, Stewie's health is too important to y'all. She's gotten hurt 2 seasons, and when she got hurt, y'all went from 2nd to 5th. If Stewie had stayed out any longer, y'all were in danger of not making the playoffs. Period.
Yeah. And I will say this. Let me, and I'm gonna call out my own backpedal. I got to backpedal on something that I said. I'm gonna backpedal on something about Liberty. I will say this. I know I said currently constructed, but let me adjust that. They do need to bring at least another athlete to that team.
Who's the athlete they got there?
They got Cloud9. Cloud9 is the most athletic player on that team. They need another athletic player on that team that can, I will say that. They need to do that. Because, again, they have that structured, tight window of a team where if one person is off their square, you get ran off the floor. You need an athletic person that you can be like, hey, go get me a bucket, or this play ain't gonna work. I need you to go to the rim. I need you to go. So they just need, and I don't know what that player even looks like, but we need another athletic player on that team. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm gonna say. I will say that we need to add at least one more, because like you mentioned before. What you said was absolutely true. The foot speed, stuff like that, all of that came into play when they played against Phoenix. When Phoenix went on their fast breaks, it was like one player getting back. Like it was obvious who the more athletic team was out there. So, and that's what a lot of these teams these players, there's some athletes out there that can handle the ball. They're doing all types of stuff.
Hey, here's the thing. when you get all these athletic players over there, what the hell is Sabrina doing? Because she's not gonna be able to keep up with all this athleticism you bring into New York. That's why the team look like it look now.
Well, my rotation will look different though. If you get some more,
So she's not your start. She's not your starting point guard no more.
She starts, but I think she's a catch and shoot.
You taking Sabrina off the floor?
I don't like her as point guard.
Okay.
I never did.
Okay, so you gonna make her your shooting guard?
Yeah, I like her to be the shooter. That's
tell
what
me
she
the
does
shooting
best.
guard. Tell me the shooting guard she can guard. Tell me the shooting guard she can guard in the WNBA.
Not many.
Oh well, barbecue chicken. Better
no, not many. There. Seriously.
Better not put her there. And for as much work as she would have to do against a shooting guard, is she getting that shot off on the other end?
All you can do is hope that she will. I can't guarantee that, but I'm just telling you what I would do with her. I would have her be my.
Does that have her out there like guarding who? Copper?
No.
Man.
No.
That got her out there guarding who? Alicia Gray? Ryan Howard? Who's she guarding? At the shooting guard.
Hey, my only response to that is if she making
Jackie,
her shot, who's
Jackie Young? Jackie Young?
Hey. I'm just telling you how I would construct it. She'd be my catch and shoot.
More work, more endorsements make her work for it. Yeah, I don't know. Chris probably even know why you talking football, whatever you on right now. But you woke up with us in your head rent free, so we'll take that. I don't know. He was like, shout out to the sorry ass Gamecock football team. The season not over. Bright and early today. What's up, Kenny? Who's the coach you putting in Seattle before we get ready to get out of here?
Who? I thought about this too. I'm sorry. I can't come up with nobody. It's just too many unknowns. I don't know. I mean, but if you're rebuilding, I mean, you can go with a what do you call it? A less experienced coach. You can do that. I don't think you have to get a veteran coach for this team.
Yeah, why don't you? Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I like. Cheryl Reeves said. Shout out to New York for giving Seattle a coach.
Oh, you say Brondello as that?
That's what I said. I told you, Sandy and Stewie to Seattle. They're gonna play musical chairs. So do you think? So if y'all thought that Brondello was out last year, was that because y'all think Brondello is kind of winding down on the coaching? Brondello doesn't want to be in the WNBA anymore, or was that just an effectiveness of how effective she was in New York? What y'all think?
I think Brondello said, "I don't like this contract. I'm not signing it. I need more. I just want a championship."
I don't think there was no contracts on the table. I just
Maybe
don't. I think that the order of business coming into this season for everybody, no matter what your role is this is a CBA year, and we're looking at a potential strike, work stoppage. So everybody's on 1 year contracts and has some money in the bank.
Yeah, but I guess I'm saying you don't think there was an aspect of that where it was like, we know the contract's coming up next year. Brondello, fresh off a championship. Look, I don't like even the way that contract look. I'm not going to sign that. I need more money. We need to renegotiate that. And they're like, yeah, okay, watch this. We got the CBA and all the coming up that you mentioned. Yeah, we're not renewing it at all.
Here's the thing. If that's what you was going to do, then what did you come to work for this year? You won a championship last year. So if you was going to stand on business about the chip that you won, then stand on business in the summer that you won the chip. Not in the summer that you lost. You lost, Rock. You lost. You're not going to stand on business then. You hear me?
No, wait a minute. Hold on. You ain't peep when he said, I'm not gonna. You can't see out of your eye. He did like this. He did like this. Well, he said, too late.
You are silly, bro. You lost, right? You lost. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it, bro.
He say, look, he was demonstrating to him. He said he couldn't see. Yeah, tell me you see my fist. He said, I see it. You lie.
You are silly, bro. You are so silly. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you don't stand on business in a losing season. Like, remember last year? No, that argument don't work.
Yeah, I agree. But look, see it.
You are silly, dude.
You get your face smashed in and your nose busted up by there.
You are the silliest, dude. Seriously, bro. Like, your inability to just be able to come back is wild, bro. What else you got going on for the rest of the day?
Not much, but I will say this, y'all. As Cess know, it's approaching the anniversary of my sister who passed away, y'all. So Cess been holding me down. October is Lupus Awareness. I'm going to have a lot on Coach Ro's platforms about that, along with a lot of the merch. You know what? Pick up your merch. If you're in the chat, I need y'all to go into the Cess Talk Sports channel and get some merch. I have my cup at work, but you know, we got the hats, the hoodies. I mean, let's spread the word on Cess Talk Sports. Go in there if you didn't know, because I know one show we were talking about, somebody was like, you got merch? It's like, yeah, she got merch. Go to the channel and look up the merch. There's some great stuff in there. Like I said, the mugs, the hoodies, the shirts. Go in there and get, support what's up. And like I said, you're going to see me pushing 10 times, 1,000 times more as far as the Cess Talk Sports merch and Lupus Awareness and the leadership platform. That's what's going to be the majority of that. Spread the word. You want to be seen, you want to be heard, you need to be on, Cess Talk Sports. Let us take care of that for you. Let us put you out there. We going on 6-7K, right, Cess? Let's get it. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got. And thank y'all for all the support too. So stay tuned on all platforms, Coach Ro Official, Cess Talk Sports. Go get that merch.
Oh, I appreciate that.
There you go, living best life. Thank you.
Man, appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah.
What we got going on today?
Me?
I'm trying to think what is my lineup today. We got a Gamecock show. This afternoon. I had so much fun hanging out with y'all talking Gamecocks yesterday. I think we agreed that y'all get to have 10. So you get to give me your starting lineup and your backups. So from 2008 to this season. So for the era of Don Staley, not this Gamecock, but I think it's the next one. Y'all gotta have your 10 best. We got the bet show today. We're talking Angel Reese activism and her partnership and investment in Together. We got the CC show. We're gonna talk some more hoops tonight. So be on the lookout, man. We appreciate y'all supporting. Great way to start the day. For those of y'all that starting the day, I'm ending my day now. So I'm gonna get some rest. Coaches about to get to work. But hey, man, we just appreciate y'all pulling up and hanging out with us. This is like your Good Morning Hoop show. So I mean, y'all go have a great day. Love y'all to life. Until next time, that's Coach Ro, Cess Talk Sports. Y'all stay tuned. Talk soon.